The Journey of Self-Discovery, Unraveling the 6 Hallmarks of True Spirituality. These are your companions on the journey of your life. Self-discovery is not a project that is completed at some point. It is a process that will take our whole lives if we pursue it with the seriousness it deserves. This journey is not always easy. It will demand a lot from us, and we will have to choose it again and again. Relationships will break down because not everyone will understand what is going on in a spiritual soul. We will doubt, struggle with our destiny, and sometimes lose sight of our goal. But that doesn't matter. On the road to self-discovery, the following applies once again. The journey is the destination. Find out which karmic travel companions will support you here. 1. Destiny and life purpose. These motives should determine all our actions. On the other hand, it often takes years and decades for the purpose of our life in this world to become clear. We can think of them as an inner compass that probably draws our attention to the course we have taken early on in life, but cannot steer the ship of our existence on its own. Many people fight against their destiny throughout their lives. Beliefs from childhood, negative experiences, and the mistaken conviction that they are simply not good enough for something better keep them from doing so. Finally, the last nail in the coffin that seems to keep us from fulfilling our destiny forever is the pursuit of security. The only certainty, however, is that it paralyzes us and keeps us from what really constitutes our purpose in life. 2. Selflessness. Altruistic thought and action is the essence of living in spiritual harmony. It is no coincidence that all the great saints, martyrs, and gurus displayed a tendency towards reclusiveness, preceded by generous gestures. If you can put the you at the forefront of your existence, you are on the best possible path to self-discovery. The I will then automatically go out of the way. If this view of togetherness is new to you, start with small steps. Everyday life offers plenty of opportunities to show generosity and generosity. Sometimes it is enough to take a step back and let others take the lead. The ego has no place in a spiritually enlightened world. We are all part of a greater whole. But there are no pre-reserved places for individual tourists on the journey of self-discovery. 3. Illuminating the shadow self. We will not only experience pleasant surprises on the way to finding ourselves. Every person is made up of light and shadow. The overall picture determines their external image, their lifestyle, and of course, the extent to which they are prepared to deal with their dark side. This shadow ego or shadow self reflects everything that we either reject or deny ourselves. In poetic terms, it could be described as the inner demon that constantly wants to fight its way to the surface. This duel is a lifelong one. So the sooner we address this unsightly and martial side of our nature, the sooner both sides can make peace. The shadow self may not seem likable to us, but we wouldn't have it inside us if it didn't have a universal right to exist. 4. Living mindfulness. The best way to get the most out of the journey to the ego is mindfulness. If you consciously experience every moment, you won't miss a single one. Chasing distraction and entertainment at all costs does not bring anyone closer to enlightenment. It sounds easier than it actually is to take your foot off the gas pedal in everyday life and not allow yourself to be constantly swept away by the tide. Self-discovery is a marathon, not a sprint. We will always reach a point where we lose sight of the big picture and where mundane life gets in the way along the way. If you try to set aside at least a few minutes every day for self-reflection and other meditative exercises, you are already well on your way. Nobody will be able to develop Buddhist, Zen-like serenity in the hustle and bustle of everyday life anytime soon. 5. Build bridges instead of walls. Spiritually grounded people have already recognized one thing. Life on this planet does not provide for going it alone. No one is an island. No one lives in isolation from everyone else. Every atom that makes up this galaxy is connected to the overall construct. It therefore stands to reason that our leitmotif should be that which connects and unites us. Anyone embarking on the path towards self-discovery should therefore always strive to mediate diplomatically and not promote exclusion and discrimination. Compassionate personalities who build bridges instead of walls are already on the home stretch of the path to enlightenment. 6. Your focus is directed inwards, not outwards. Everything in life originates within ourselves. We cannot change anyone but ourselves, and every spiritual or intellectual inspiration has its origin within us. People who focus more on themselves and their progress have all possibilities in their hands. Those who focus too much on the opinions of others, on the other hand, will lose their bearings. Self-discovery is not called that for no reason. We first have to come to terms with ourselves before we can be released into the world, so to speak. Life acts as a never-ending learning process, and every person we meet is a teacher or mentor for us. Self-discovery, a path of many thousands of steps. Buzzwords such as self-discovery, enlightenment, or realization weigh heavily. Most people have no spontaneous idea what they mean. However, it is not a state that we have reached with them, but a life task. Our entire existence is dedicated to the search for our purpose and therefore for our true self. Enlightenment takes place when we can finally break the cycle of rebirth. It is not a one-off experience either, but a process that must first pass through eternity. We gain knowledge every day, every hour. Everything together forms the journey of our life, at the end of which is self-discovery, not death. Stay open to getting to know yourself. You will spend not only this one life with this soul, which will then reveal itself to you, but also all the others that will follow.